going to finish up this chapter. This is on Stella, Ruby, and that's Uncle Ivan. And Ruby has just got into the big top. She's just gone into where she met Ivan and Stella. Stella, she listened to my riddles. She answered my questions. And one other thing, I gaze at my dear Uncle Ivan with his shiny silver fur and gentle eyes. Aunt Stella asked you, Uncle Ivan, to help me find a better life. And you did. Done. I take a deep breath. I'm done with my story. We sit there, Uncle Ivan and Uncle Bob and Aunt Kenyani and me for a long time. Leaves chatter, children giggle, birds chirp. I'm done with my story, and the world just keeps on going like it always has. But when I look over at Uncle Ivan and Uncle Bob, I realize they're both crying. I've watched my share of humans cry, mostly little kids who don't want to leave the park. I've seen the red noses and snotty sniffles and tears rivering down cheeks. Maybe you wonder if animals cry. Well, we do. Not in the same way as humans, in quieter, inside of us ways, but you can see the hurt in our eyes if you know what to look for. I'm sorry, I say. I didn't mean to make you sad. And I realize it's the second time I've said that to them. You are an exceptionally brave little elephant. Do you know that? Uncle Ivan says. You've been through so much. You are definitely one tough cookie, Uncle Bob agrees. Uncle Ivan looks at me fondly. I'm glad you told us, Ruby. It's good not to keep things locked up inside, he says. And Uncle Bob groans a little. I know, Bob, Uncle Ivan says. I haven't wanted to talk about Stella. He pauses, but maybe I was wrong. It wouldn't be the first time, says Aunt Kenyani. Did you ever tell Stella your story? Uncle Bob asks me. Yes, I say, and she told me hers too. I shake my head. I remember one time at night we used to talk all night while you guys snored away. Hey, blame the big guy for that, Uncle Bob protests. Anyway, that night Aunt Stella talked about how she would love to be with a herd of elephants again, and I said, I'm your herd. My voice trails off, but I knew it wasn't the same. Ruby! Ruby! Someone is calling me from the visitors area. It's Carmen. She's holding a yellow balloon and her long hair is tied in a braid. Your public awaits, says Uncle Bob. I guess I should go, I say. Thanks for listening. You're the best uncles ever. In case I don't see you, good luck tomorrow, Uncle Bob says. You're going to rock your Tusk Day. You are the one and only Ruby, and don't forget it. Ruby! Uncle Ivan calls softly just as I start to leave. Yes, Uncle Ivan. You made Stella's last days the happiest of her life, he points to me. You were all the herd she ever needed. I nod, but I'm not sure he's right. Tusk Day. Even with a full moon and a cloudless night, I don't sleep at all. As soon as the keepers slide open the pavilion doors in the morning, I'm the first one outside. It's dawn, and the dew-covered lawn sparkles like a giant green sugar cookie. I've only had a sugar cookie once for a special treat, but it was amazing. Behind me, I hear Aunt Elodie and Aunt Masika singing, It's your Tusk Day, happy, happy Tusk Day, Tusky, Tusky, we love you. I turn and wave my trunk, then quickly dash off before they can begin a second verse. I realize that I'm practically running from my aunts, running from a ceremony that's just meant to, how did Aunt Lahili put it? To celebrate the herd, to celebrate the earth. But herds don't last, and the earth is a scary place sometimes, and tusks too often mean death. My ears are shivering and my tummy is churning, and I don't know why, but I just can't do my tusk day. Maybe tomorrow, maybe in a month or a year, but not today. I check behind me. The other elephants are sauntering out of the pavilion, stretching, browsing, taking in the perfect morning air. Nobody is paying attention to me. I slow down, trying to calm my hammering heart, to walk nice and casual. Just getting a little exercise, nothing to see here, folks. Then I head to the faraway fence with the not very big hole that might just be big enough for a not very big elephant. Voice. I'm a little surprised the hole hasn't been repaired. The park workers are really careful about fences and things like that. They seem to think park residents shouldn't chow down on visitors or each other. But this hole leads to a big stretch of trees and grass, and it doesn't look like an official part of the park. Parts of the fence are covered in black plastic, but through gaps I can make out lots of trucks and digging machines and piles of dirt. The hole in the wire is about as tall as I am. There's a piece that's come loose from a metal post. It's not exactly me sized, but it's close. I poke my head through. No problems. Easy peasy. That voice in my head starts chattering. So, you get through the hole, Ruby. Then what? Good question, voice. I push a little bit more. The wire is brushing my shoulders, but I'm still okay. Voice is waiting for an answer. I get through the hole, I reply, and then I hide behind the fence. And then the aunts get mad because they can't find me. And then they give up on Tusk Day. And then, voila, I appear and they yell at me. But I can deal with it because at least I didn't have to give that a silly speech about my annoying tusks and growing up and all that. That's a pretty bad plan, Ruby, Voice tells me, and I have to agree. But by then, I've scooched another couple of inches through the fence, and it turns out my tummy is a little bigger than I thought, and uh-oh, I am extremely and unfortunately very much stuck. So we are going to stop here, and tomorrow we'll see if Ruby gets unstuck. Thanks for listening. Bye.